First, draw yourself a triangle. So this is how I'm going to do to explain. I'll draw myself a triangle for you guys. It's important that you know which quadrant the triangle is in, because depending on which quadrant the triangle is in, that'll tell you if the sides are positive or negative. Remember, the hypotenuse is always positive. Okay, so we're going to graph 330 degrees. 330 degrees is between 270 degrees and 360 degrees, so that means I know I'm going to be in the third quadrant. So I go over there and I stop, I draw a terminal side. This terminal side is where the angle stops. This is 330 degrees. Okay, to complete my triangle, I draw a vertical line back to the x-axis. There is my right triangle. Now my question is, what is the reference triangle that we will be referencing? 30. We will be referencing 30 degrees. And when you guys look at the 30-degree triangle that you guys so passionately worked on, you knew that this is, or you know, that that's the 1/2, and this is the rad 3/2. Now let's check. Is the negative, or is the negative supposed to go on the rad 3/2? No. The 1/2?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so there you have it. Now, just in case you guys are thinking like, what the heck, where'd that 30 degrees come from? Remember, all the way around is 360 degrees. So if you only went around 330 degrees and you stopped right here, how many more degrees do you have to go to get to 360 degrees? That's what you ask yourself. Okay, so let's get busy. So, sine. Sine is opposite over a hypotenuse. And our hypotenuse in a unit circle is 1. And we are inside our unit circle right now. So, opposite. Did I say hypotenuse? Or no, I said opposite over hypotenuse, right? Okay, so opposite of 30 degrees is negative 1/2. Divide negative 1/2 by 1. It's negative 1/2. Then we have cosine. That's adjacent over hypotenuse. You guys remember SOHCAHTOA? Here, let me write it down for you. So, opposite over hypotenuse. Ga, adjacent over hypotenuse. Toa, tangent is opposite over adjacent. Okay, so cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. The adjacent side to this angle is right there. Rad 3/2, divide that by 1, we still get rad 3/2. Finally, we get the tangent. Oh, lovely tangent. Opposite over adjacent. That is this side divided by this side. This is the opposite side. This is the adjacent side. So we have sine, which is negative 1/2, divided by cosine, which is rad 3/2. Another way to write this dude is to say negative 1/2 divided by rad 3/2. But we're still not done, people. When we divide fractions, you guys remember all the way back in 4th grade learning about dividing fractions? Nope. Yes? No? Maybe? We multiply by the reciprocals. So you keep the negative 1/2, but then you change the division into multiplication, and you flip the last fraction. So we get 2 over rad 3. These 2's cancel out, become 1's, cross-canceling. On the top we have a negative 1, on the bottom we have a rad 3. But we can't leave a rad 3 on the bottom, so we have to multiply the top by rad 3 and the bottom by rad 3. So what do we get? You get, ooh, I'm running out of space here, negative rad 3/3. Shikabang and dee-be-dee-doo. Alright, so negative rad 3/3 is our answer. Now let's get down with secant. Whoa, secant. You guys remember secant? We just looked at him yesterday. There's a good chance you forgot him. That's why I put him up here. Secant is the same as 1 over cosine theta. And since we know what cosine theta is for this problem, all you need to do is say 1 divided by square root of 3/2. Let's write it the way that we understand it the most. 1 times the reciprocal of rad 3/2, which is 2 over rad 3, and then you get 2 over rad 3. Multiply top and bottom by rad 3, you get 2 rad 3/3. Now, guys, there are like a ton of shortcuts that can be said or taught for trigonometry. So if you notice a shortcut, you notice a shorter way to get to the answer, do it. Okay? You're good. That's a good thing. Cosecant, we have 1 over sine, which is the same as 1 divided by, what is sine? Sine is negative 1/2. So what is 1 times the reciprocal of negative 1/2? That's negative 2, right? So our answer, -2. Last but certainly not least is cotangent. Now somebody last period said, well, is cotangent going to be 1 over tangent? And the answer is yes. But in order to find that answer, you have to go a lot farther. There's a shorter way to think about cotangent instead of 1 over tangent. So let me go ahead and write it. Let's see. We got cotangent is the same as 1 over tangent. You guys know what tangent is, right?
Yeah.
It's sine. Tell them I'll call them back. Sine over cosine. And so that's the same as 1 times the reciprocal of the denominator. What's the reciprocal of sine over cosine? Cosine over sine. So that leaves us with cosine over sine. So that means that tangent or cotangent is just cosine divided by sine. So what is cosine? Cosine is rad 3 over 2. And we're dividing that by sine, which is -1/2. Oh, I should have just multiplied by the reciprocal. Oh, man, now I have to write it again. Rad 3 over 2 times -2 over uno. And then we have the 2's canceling out. And then we get left with negative rad 3. All right, all right. Now, is there a different way to get that answer? Absolutely. I just try to explain it the best way I know how. Hopefully, this way is the best.